Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. These are T30s. It's a Tier 9 American tank destroyer, and you're located on the south spawn of Murovanka. And this tank, this T30, is under the command of Panzerpenguin, whilst the other T30 is under the command of Santodir, and they're both in platoon. Now, the last time we saw these two, they were in platoon in Sherman 3s on fjords, and they had a really good battle together. So I'm expecting the same thing to happen again. And I'm expecting big things because this is the T30 with 155mm main armament. It's really quite a beast. And it was a development of the T29, or development on the way to the T29. Even though it's a Tier 9 tank destroyer, it actually was a prototype was built, but they cancelled this project in favour of the T29 instead. Okay, so we moved off and we're heading towards the Magic Forest. We've got a 17.72 second reload for the gun. It's got output damage of 750 hit points and penetration of 276, which goes up to 320 if we use APCR. And you don't normally have to use APCR in this vehicle because one shot with AP is normally enough to deal with the enemy. Both Santodir and, oh well, that first shot didn't connect, but Panzerpenguin and Santodir do platoon a lot together, so they know how to play as a team. We've got a nice number of targets here. This is a Tier 9 battle. They're Tier 9 tank destroyers, but they're coming up to T10s. That's a Tier 9 heavy. In fact, the T30 plays very much like a heavy tank, because that's basically what it was designed to be. And Santodir gets a hit, and so does Panzerpenguin. He claims the kill. 629 hit points. That Carnarvon didn't last very long. So he's coming over the rise, going after one of the T10s. Doesn't want to fire yet till he's ready. Yes, he gets a good shot in there. Gets a good penetration, going for the T10, almost reloaded, turning, angling, getting it right. Oh no, and I think the Santodir is going to take him instead. No, it was actually he just killed a Pershing. And where's Santodir gone? Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's down below. Okay, we're going over to the west side. Got a VK101P there, and look at that! 618 hit points out of him. Say 750 alpha. That's a low roll. We just got a low roll for 618 hit points. You really don't want to come up against the T30 if you can help it. Okay, now trying to get a good position. If you ever want to see one of these tanks in the real, I know that Sophie Line's got a video on the T30 she saw at Fort Benning. Go for the T10, also aimed onto him, and yeah, he's gone. Nice kill. 539 hit points, that's all he had left. And Santodir gets a good hit on the VK101P. Going around the corner, going to try and finish him off. We're loaded, and yep, there we go. He's gone. We only got 10 hit points off him, but it was enough. But we did get hit by that LTTB, who's being a bit of a pest. But everybody's hitting him now, trying to tell him to go away. And he has gone away because Santodir got a kill. Now, there's a Skoda T50. Oh, we went into the tracks. It's a huge gun, this one. It's a beautiful tank, it really is. Doesn't have the bridge wings you see on the T29. Doesn't need them. And there is a GW Tiger. Can we feather in and dial in the shot? No, we don't need to. He's been killed by our Ferdinand. And the Skoda takes a big hit this time for 679. And he's just doing a 3-degree check or all-around check there to see what was behind him. There's no enemy behind him. T-44 about to be erased. Oh, no. He's dropped below the ridgeline. In fact, actually, I don't think we could get him with one shot kill, but you never know. We might get an ammo rack. Okay, we're taking stock. Santodir's off to our right. Poking out to have a look to see what's ahead. We've got 42% of our health left. 3k of damage already. 1.2k of assists. We're moving ahead. Now it's an Object 430 and T-44 ahead. But the big worry is there's an ISU 152 off in the bushes to the right. And a Conqueror, I think, are going to find him very shortly. And there's the Object 430. Oh, no, missed him. It's a bit behind him. And there's the T-44. So they are actually slightly further to the south. Right, we can see the Object 430. Can we get a shot on him? Oh, he hit us! In fact, actually, that one went into the top of the turret. We're trying to use our limited gun depression on this tank. And here's Santodir, just turned up. He's going to use the bushes on top of the ridgeline. They've killed the GW Tiger P, and they've just killed the ISU 152. So there's only 3 enemies remaining. The Object 430 is one of them, and oh, that one went into the tracks. He's so lucky, but Santodir erases him, and that means it's just the T-44 and the T-28 prototype to go. And there's the T-44. T-28 prototype is in the south, and the T-44 has just taken out our Ferdinand. We lost our Arty as well. Well, we've got 3 kills. Santodir's got 2 at the moment. We need another kill to get a brothers in arms together. So one of us is going to have to kill, or rather one of the 2, panzerpenguin or Santodir, is going to have to get that one of those last 2 remaining enemies. Oh, well, we got the T-28 prototype, so it's now up to Santodir to get that T-44. He must get that kill, but we can probably wing the T-44 and enable Santodir to get the kill with the next shot. So we're loaded. We're coming over the top. Here we go.
Target acquired.
We've locked on. One shot in. Santodir does it. He finishes off the T-44 to win the game. And wow, look at that. Look at the damage to panzerpenguin. Wow. That was pretty amazing. And let's have a look at the end of battle results for panzerpenguin first. Then we'll go to Santodir's version of the replay. This was the first ace tanker by panzerpenguin in the T30 in the Platoon of Death. He also picked up a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage on the enemy. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A fighter effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. And he got a brothers in arms for getting at least 3 kills. He got 4. And he was in platoon with somebody who got 3 kills. And he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. Well, rather than move on to the details and the team score, we'll take you directly over to Santodir's replay, and we'll run that one now so that you can actually see what his one looks like, because it's always interesting to see it from 2 different perspectives. One of these days I will get around to actually editing these videos so that we can cut and nip and tuck them together so that you can see them from both perspectives during the game. But for the moment, I'm doing it this way. Okay, zooming forward to the start of the battle. Okay, the battle has started, and you're now seeing it from Santodir's perspective. As we move off towards the Magic Forest, there's panzerpenguin behind us. 1,650 hit points of health, and that massive 155mm gun. It really is a monster. And do check out Sophie Line's video on the real T30, which she saw at Fort Benning, because it's a really beautiful tank. It really is. An astoundingly fantastic vehicle. Well, the enemy's been spotted and one round's gone off. But unfortunately we don't get any hits there. .72 seconds on the reload. Santodir's reload is slightly longer than panzerpenguin's. Now both panzerpenguin and Santodir are members of the Salty Jedi Battalion, so you might see them together on the battlefield with SJB after their name. And look at that, first hit on the Carnarvon, and panzerpenguin kills him off to claim the first kill. Well, it's its second kill. And we just lost that batch at 12 ton. Oh, and that was Arty, the GW Tiger P. 330 hit points to him. That looks like a direct hit on the side of the vehicle. Yep, definitely on the side. In fact, actually hit the rear on the engine deck. We were lucky that didn't do more damage. Now, Santodir is playing third-person perspective at the moment. I'm sure he'll go to sniper view when he needs to. And there's panzerpenguin just slightly off to one side, onto the left. And we're going round the corner on that Conway. Yep, he goes to sniper view and puts a lovely round. That's a high roll into the Conway for 758. Pulling back, he's loaded. Oh, and the Arty strikes again. And yeah, it's a nasty hit. I can't see where. Oh, it's at the front. That's where it landed, right at the front. Okay, he's loaded. And there's a T10. And he puts around 690 into him after repairing his tracks. Pulls back. Now, long reload. Oh, Conway goes down. And so's the T10. And the VK100-01P is about to get a nasty surprise. Oh, nice shot, 789. That's a high roll. And we got around from that LTTB. Fortunately, it bounces off the top of the arm, and you can see it's scuffed over the top and bounced off. There's the LTTB. Trying to get a shot. Oh, and he's erased. 409 hit points. He's taken out the game. Now he's Skoda T50 trying to escape. He's trying to run away. Rounds are going in from him on all directions. Now they've become a little separated. panzerpenguin's off to the left, but they're both after the same enemy. So there's a GW Tiger, the one that's been causing a problem, and he's now killed. So we've just got that Skoda T50, and panzerpenguin gets a lovely hit on him for 679. And yeah, he's just been taken out by our Ferdinand. T44 in the Object 430. Switch to sniper view. Okay, there's an ISU-152 off to the right in those bushes. The AMX-13 is moving forward. Santodir is moving slowly forward. He doesn't want to expose himself too much to the enemy. He has got a very tough turret, but he doesn't want to give the enemy a chance to put a round into his hull. We've got 4 tanks advantage on the enemy at the moment, but he's being very cautious, and rightly so. There's some nasty tanks out there. T28 prototype and an ISU-152. Inching forwards. Panzerpenguin's got more protection amongst those buildings. Oh, there's the Object 430. It's been spotted. And Santodir's moving forward to assist. He's still got 59% of his health. At this moment, Panzerpenguin only had 43%, so he'd actually managed to avoid losing too much hit points. Mind you, most of the damage he actually suffered was actually from Arty hitting him. Okay, Object 430. At this point he was aiming at Panzerpenguin. He'd already put a round through Panzerpenguin's roof, I believe. And there's the ISU-152, and he goes down. Santodir using the bushes on top of this ridge line. Trying to get a shot on the 430. Oh, there he is. Oh, and he erases him. 329 hit points. Lovely shot between the houses. And that's his second kill. T44 drops below the ridgeline. And remember, at this point, we needed to get one more kill to get the brothers in arms. So Santodir is moving forward as fast as he can. As fast as T30 will allow you, because it's not a very fast tank destroyer. In fact, actually, tank destroyer stroke heavy tank. And there's the T28 prototype. Dialing in, and well, it looks like it hit the tracks, but we didn't get any critical hits, so I'm wondering if it did. Panzerpenguin looks up and fires a round in and erases that one. He kills the T28, which means that Santodir has to kill the T44 to get the brothers in arms. Panzerpenguin's moving up to wound the T44 to keep him in place, because he is 100% health, and you need one shot from Panzerpenguin, and then Santodir can take the kill shot. He's locked on, auto aim, waits for Panzerpenguin, fires around in, and then gets the kill, and that brings up the high caliber, but I'm not sure he actually did get the high caliber in that battle. So, pretty good round there. Certainly got a brothers in arms. And in fact, actually, here's the end of battle results for Santodir. And we can actually see that he didn't get the high caliber in that battle. The Platoon of Death did manage to get, or Santodir managed to get a first-class tanker in the T30, the Tier 9 American tank destroyer. He got a win 8 of 6738 in that battle. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and because he managed to get 3 kills with that last kill of the game, he got a brothers in arms with his teammate Panzerpenguin. And we can see now that's the damage that he managed to score. So let's have a look at the team scores from his perspective, and we can see that Panzerpenguin's actually ahead of him in the table. He managed to get the highest damage, 4,448 hit points. Santodir managed to get 4,385. When it came to kills, it was Panzerpenguin got the highest amount. He got 4. The T44 on the enemy team also got 4. He picked up a Aslains medal, and Santodir managed to get 4,385 and 3 kills, same as the Ferdinand on his team. When it came to base XP, it was Panzerpenguin who managed to get the highest amount, 1,241, and Santodir was just behind him with 1,071. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 10 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration. That 155mm gun can slice through the metal on the enemy tanks, and you really don't need to use premium ammo, because the AP is normally perfectly normal and perfectly good enough to do the job. 4,385 hit points of damage, of which 1,200 was a distance of more than 300 meters. He received 5 hits from the enemy, 3 of them were penetration, 2 were non-penetrations, and he blocked damage of 180 hit points. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3 of the enemy, and did damage assistance of 1,128 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 42,934 credits, and for mission completion, he got 8,587 credits, coming to a total of 51,521 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply, and consumables, he took away a profit balance of 23,206 credits. He earned 1,071 base XP, got 214 XP for mission completion, so he took away 1,285 experience points altogether. So let's have a look at the results for Panzer Penguin. Well, Panzer Penguin did so well, he got his ace tanker in this game. He did an absolutely fantastic round, really, and of course he did let his teammate get the brothers in arms, which was very nice of him to do that. But of course it was actually very well planned, and I'm pretty sure they were talking to each other at the same time and planning about who needed to get the first hit in so that the other one could get the kill shot. And so it worked perfectly. And that was his first ace tanker in the T30. He also got a spotter badge for doing at least 1,000 hit points of spotting, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. A brothers in arms for getting at least 3 kills in platoon with somebody else who got 3 kills, and lastly the high caliber for getting them the highest damage in the battle. So a win 8 of 6199 for Panzer Penguin. Let's have a look at the team score again. Well, we've seen these figures before. We can see that Panzer Penguin got the highest score on damage, the highest score on kills, and the highest score on base XP, and he shared the highest number of kills with the enemy T44, but it still was top of the table. So let's have a look at detail report for Panzer Penguin. Well, he got 12 direct hits, 12 shots fired, 10 direct hits, 8 penetrations. A couple of the shots that didn't penetrate, they hit the tracks of the enemy, and that's why they got away with it. He was aiming low to try and get a good shot, a tracking shot on the enemy as well, and try and go into the engine bay, but unfortunately on those occasions the tracks ate it. It was the T50, I think, and the T28. Both of those shots were absorbed by the tracks. Did damage of 4,448 hit points, of which 1,803 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits from the enemy, 6 of them were penetrations, 2 were non-penetrations. That's why he had less hit points at the end of the battle. He blocked damage of 500 hit points, spotted 1 of the enemy, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 2,307 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 46,874 credits, and he got a reward for mission completion of 11,250. That brought his total to 58,124 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 25,291 credits. He received 1 bond for the high caliber, 1,241 base XP, 298 for mission completion, took away 1,539 experience points altogether. So a fantastic round there by both Panzer Penguin and Santodir. In terms of the Platoon of Death, a pair of T30s working together is pretty deadly. This is a fantastic tank to get. I would highly recommend you get one if you get the chance, because it really can turn battles around. And if you get the chance, also have a look at that replay, that video by Sophie Line. It's on YouTube, and you can actually look over a real T30 and see exactly what that hunk of metal looks like, and it really is a very beautiful tank indeed. So if you enjoyed these replays, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.